Today on Soccer Sphere, we'll be discussing some exciting news. New hero at United and a gentleman's act at Old Trafford. A contrast to a star's vain struggle at Barcelona. Old Trafford witnessed the birth of an unexpected hero and the display of true professionalism from its stars. Meanwhile in Spain, one player's heroic effort ended in vain as his team suffered a crushing defeat. For more information, watch the video. We also have equally exciting football news, so stay tuned until the end to find out. Welcome to Soccer Sphere. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to get the latest updates. From the bench to the fans' hearts. The story of Senne Lammens, Manchester United's new star. The world of football is often full of unexpected stories. And right now, the most compelling one comes from Old Trafford. It's not about big names like Rashford or Bruno Fernandes, but about a young goalkeeper who was signed on the last day of the transfer window, Senne Lammens. His arrival was initially met with questions, but it only took one match to prove he's one of Manchester United's best signings this season. Initially, many assumed Lammens would just be a backup. He arrived after Andre Onana was loaned to Trabzonspor, and the main goalkeeping spot was already held by Altay Bayındır. Lammens had to be patient on the bench. However, everything changed on a thrilling Saturday afternoon at the Theatre of Dreams. When Manchester United hosted Sunderland in a crucial match, coach Amorim took a brave step. He gave Lammens his debut, a risky but fruitful decision. Under immense pressure, the 23-year-old put on an outstanding performance. With incredible composure, he thwarted every dangerous attack from the visitors. His solid display between the posts mesmerized the fans in the Stretford end. They even quickly nicknamed him the new Schmeichel, a comparison not to be taken lightly for a newcomer. But Lammens' appeal wasn't limited to his on-field performance. According to a report from prominent journalist Sully of Centre Devils, his character and work ethic at the Carrington training ground truly impressed everyone. The Man United coaching staff was spellbound by his dedication. Lammens is known for often staying longer on the training pitch for extra sessions, with a main focus on improving his fitness and distribution skills. Two crucial aspects for a modern goalkeeper. Sully added that Lammens also earned the respect of the entire staff and players thanks to his calm and reserved character, which exudes a maturity well beyond his 23 years. This professional attitude makes him a highly respected figure at Carrington, where a strong work ethic is highly valued. It's no surprise that the starting goalkeeper position has now automatically fallen to him. Bayındır's performance is still far from satisfactory, giving Amorim a clear choice. Senne Lammens may still have a long way to go to prove he's the long-term solution for the club's problematic position, but his performance at Old Trafford has made fans fall in love. With hard work and a strong character, it's not impossible for him to become one of the new heroes at Old Trafford. And for sure, his debut has fans eagerly anticipating more heroic actions from the Belgian Schmeichel. Brazilian star Matheus Cunha's attitude. Proof of maturity behind Amorim's surprising decision. The atmosphere at Old Trafford was still buzzing with euphoria after Manchester United's 2-0 victory over Sunderland. However, behind the satisfying final score, there was a question mark over coach Ruben Amorim's decision. Benching the most expensive signing, Matheus Cunha, and replacing him with Mason Mount. Matheus Cunha, the Brazilian playmaker signed from Wolverhampton Wanderers for a fantastic £62.5 million, had actually shown promising form. Although he hadn't yet registered a goal or an assist, his presence always posed a threat to the opposition's defense. However, in this crucial match, Amorim chose a different strategy, giving Mason Mount a chance to rediscover his touch. Amorim's decision ultimately paid off. Mason Mount repaid the coach's trust by scoring his first goal of the season just 8 minutes into the match. The goal proved that player rotation is normal for a big club. But what's interesting is how Cunha responded to the situation. Instead of complaining or showing disappointment, Matheus Cunha chose to be professional. In a social media post, he didn't mention being benched at all. Instead, he celebrated the team's victory. There is nothing to be thankful for than how beautiful it is to win like this, at home and with the fans on our side, Cunha wrote, adding a burning heart emoji. This attitude shows the maturity and mentality of a top player. He set aside his personal ego for the good of the team. Moreover, Matheus Cunha is also known as a family man. On the same day, he celebrated his wife, Gabriela Nogueira de Cunha's birthday, by posting a sweet photo with her and their son. The post was filled with expressions of love and gratitude, showing how important his family is to him. Matheus Cunha's response to Amram's brave decision sends a clear message. He's not just a player with extraordinary talent but also a humble and professional individual. This attitude is a valuable asset for Manchester United in a long competition, as a team's strength is not just measured by goals or assists, but also by the solidarity and mentality of its players. Rashford shines alone. Heroic goal and vain struggle on Barcelona's dark night. The Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium witnessed a painful defeat for Barcelona, who were hammered by Sevilla with a final score of 4-1. Amidst this disappointing result, only one name truly stood out: Marcus Rashford. His goal was the only bright spot on a dark night, but sadly, his heroic effort was in vain. Barcelona, who arrived with the ambition of bouncing back from their Champions League defeat against Paris Saint-Germain, instead faced a nightmare. Everything fell apart from the start. Former Manchester United star Alexis Sanchez opened the scoring for Sevilla from the penalty spot in the 13th minute, followed by Isaac Romero's goal in the 37th minute, which came from a fatal mistake by Jules Koundé. The 2-0 score left the Blaugrana in disarray. However, in the midst of the chaos, a glimmer of hope appeared. Just before halftime, Marcus Rashford showed why he's such a valuable signing. Running onto a perfect through ball from Pedri, the Manchester United loanee didn't disappoint. He calmly slotted the ball into the net, making it 2-1 and giving his team hope for a comeback. Unfortunately, the second half was a horror story for Barcelona. The hope of equalizing vanished when Robert Lewandowski failed to convert a penalty. This failure shattered the team's morale and left them even more exposed. Sevilla took advantage of the situation brutally, scoring 2 more goals in the final minutes to secure a resounding 4-1 victory. Statistics show dominance, despite failing to change the result. Despite Barcelona's heavy loss, Rashford's individual statistics showed how vital his role was in the attack. He was the main threat to Sevilla's defense. From 48 touches, Rashford successfully completed 19 of his 22 attempted passes, 86% individual passing accuracy. 3 of them were key passes. Rashford also had 2 shots on target, including his goal. He almost scored again in front of the goal, but his shot went just wide of the post. In addition to his offensive stats, the 27-year-old was also involved in 12 ground duels, winning 4 of them, and also made 3 fouls and 1 tackle. However, the crushing defeat wasn't the only bad news. At the end of the match, Rashford was seen sitting on the pitch, looking in pain and discomfort. He had to be helped off the field by the Barcelona medical staff. The Catalan fans can only hope that their star loanee's injury isn't too serious. Marcus Rashford's struggle in Sevilla may not have yielded the desired result, but his performance proved that he is one of the team's most dedicated and dangerous players. Now, the remaining questions are, how serious is his injury, and can Barcelona bounce back from this humiliating defeat? In the end, this weekend's football drama provides a clear picture. A team's success cannot depend solely on 1 or 2 players. Mentality, dedication, and solidarity are the main keys. For both United, who found a new hero, and for Barcelona, who must learn from a bitter defeat, this season is still long and full of possibilities.